Recently, Jagex made some very big changes in the monkey puzzle room in Tombs of Amascut. Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and today we're going to briefly talk about how these changes have made the monkey room significantly easier. So the three regular baboons in the room, that would be the baboon throwers, the baboon brawlers, and the baboon mages, they all have weaknesses based off the combat triangle. So the thrower's weak to melee, the brawler's weak to magic, and the mage is weak to range. This has always been the case for this room, but what is different now is if you use that correct attack style against them, you automatically hit your max hit no matter what. They also have a set amount of HP that will not scale anymore. This actually applies to every baboon in the room, not just the three that you can max hit. So no matter the invocation or the amount of players in the raid, the monkeys will have a set amount of health. This does not count for the baboon thralls, by the way. The little thralls that spawn from the shamans, those will scale up in health if you have more players, but it's still not that much health because they're pretty weak in the first place. Also, later in the room, the monkeys will spawn with a little bit more health. So in the early waves, the baboon throwers have 30 HP, and then in the late waves, the baboon throwers actually have 35 HP. This does not scale based off of invocation and team size though. This is just always the thing. It was already important to be using the correct attack style while trying to KO these monkeys, but now it's basically just free kills if you're doing it correctly. An automatic max hit is very helpful for a couple of reasons. Even if it was just 100% accuracy, that would be kind of nice. Guaranteeing that you do a little bit of damage makes you likely to one-hit these monkeys, but guaranteeing that it's a max hit means as long as you know you attacked the monkey and you know your max hit's gonna one-hit it, you don't have to wait to see if you KO the monkey at all. You can just poke it once and you're good to go. Plus, you can be using different weapons to do it now. For example, beforehand, I was a big fan of the Osmumten's Fang and how it performed against the baboon throwers. It's very accurate and it has an increased minimum hit, so often it did a very good job at one-hitting these baboons. Now I know for a fact that the throwers are gonna have 30 to 35 health depending on how far into the room I am, so I could just use a faster weapon like the Zami Hasta or a Void Waker, and I'll still be able to always one-hit these monkeys and save a little bit of time. I've been using the Eclipse Atlatl on my main instead of the Blowpipe in this room, mostly because the Atlatl is a lot of fun, but the Blowpipe looks even more viable than it was before thanks to this update. Plus, the Blowpipe really does plow through baboon shamans and cursed baboons with ease, so overall it's still a very good weapon in here. And then as for the baboon brawlers, they're actually in the most trouble now. I usually thrive off of blood spells in this room since I let baboon thralls kind of stack up and I end up just healing off of them. With some baboon brawlers kind of spread out in there, I can now guarantee to max hit them with a single blood spell, which means I KO 2 of them in one attack, and I know for sure that I'm about to heal up a bunch of health with that blood spell because it's automatically going to do some good damage. In a way, this kind of helps me have some extra like food during the fight, having a guaranteed heal kind of thrown in there. The special baboons in the room, which would be the cursed, the volatile, and the baboon shamans, they don't have this mechanic, so you're not guaranteed to max hit them using a certain style, but since they have a set amount of health that's honestly pretty low, they're very easy and quick to kill anyways. Plus, if you're using the volatile baboons to like KO some shamans or maybe take out a group of thralls really quickly, then you can really speed through this room even at high level invocations. I hadn't been back to Tombs of Amascut very consistently other than those late night blasted 500s that some of you have been watching on stream, so I don't really remember my personal best in this room beforehand, but I do know that on those blasted 500s I was sending like 4-minute monkey rooms on average, and after this update I got a 2-minute and 46 room on only the second 500 attempt. There was still a lot of room for improvement during that attempt as well. I mean, just look at me not use the potion on this vent even though I was standing on it and ready to do it anyways. Minus 55 health, my guy. And on the group Iron Man, I've been getting more like 2 minutes and 25 seconds recently, which it's not quite 500 invocation on the group Iron Man, but it's also not scaling up their health with invocation levels anyways. In other words, this room is much easier than it was. If you haven't been back to Tombs of Amascut in a while, maybe you've been purposely avoiding this monkey room, then I highly suggest that you go check out this update. If you would like me to make an updated Tombs of Amascut guide, be sure to like this video and comment down below, and best of luck on your Tombs of Amascut grinds, me boyos.